Hey, Scott Russell, I wanted to talk a little bit about the state of things in this world right now and what we can do. There's just so much we're facing, so much change. It's almost like every area of a normal life is being challenged, they're being confronted. And I think we're faced with some options, and one of them is a lot of people, when we hit that sort of thing, become very locked down, very defense-minded. And so we can become very defensive, looking for how can I stop, what can I do to protect myself here. And that's not wrong. Then I think there's another way where we can obviously, instead of becoming defensive, we can become on the attack, so to speak, or on the attack. And I think probably the latter is what is in many ways better to do, because when we get in a defensive mindset, we're always trying to keep normal. We're trying to keep what we've had. We're trying to protect what we've had, understandably, and we're working hard to make sure that happens. But in reality, a lot of it's going to change. In reality, we won't be able to keep normal. In reality, everything that we've known is going to be confronted. And I personally believe every part of our lives is going to be confronted, because we've had ease. People have just created this normal life of no accountability. They don't care about God, their spirituality. They don't care about anything, because who needs God when I'm the God of my own world, right? And so people are so focused on all the wrong things. So people are in all the wrong places with all the wrong people and doing all the wrong things. And they don't see that as an issue, because it's like a spiritual harlotry. But what's the issue here? I can do this and I'm God and master of my own fate. Well, we're about to learn that that's really not like we probably thought it was. So I think we're looking at the WEF agenda, the global 2030 agenda, the Great Reset, and we're looking at our properties being taken, and cars being taken from us, and livelihoods being taken with AI. And it's almost like everything is under attack. Everything is there. And we are completely faced with, what will I do? How do I move forward with this? And I think to go on the offensive instead of the defensive is the way to be. And that's not saying to attack them, but I think we need to take responsibility for our own lives. We need to start to look spiritually at our own lives and say, okay, where to from here? For me, I guess for the last 25 years, I've, again, like I keep saying, read the book, Vegetable Garden, Faith and a Corvette. And it's talking about how a religious man was transformed into a man of an awakening of the spirit. And I think we are going to see that same awakening in all of our lives, or at least there's not going to be anybody on the fence. You're going to be confronted with your spiritual state and the choice of whether you're going to go to towards I would see as a mark of the beast, towards selling your soul out to keep normal, or towards going a path that is going to be a lot more difficult, but it's going to bring peace and freedom and joy and life. Maybe you won't know what all the certainty of that day is, but you will have the peace, the joy, and the life, instead of selling your soul out to a system to do as they say so that you can be happy. I think about my children. I mean, some of them are estranged from me, but I have some sons that are currently, 3 of my eldest boys are very much wrapped up in my life. And one of the things as a father that I've done is and endeavored to do is to make them to the point where they firstly are not victims, even when they are. And everybody knows when a family falls apart, the children are the biggest victims. So to have 3 of my sons rise up and thank God for their position in life. And as a father, my challenge has been to have them, and I've said this to them, where I could dump you, or you could be dumped anywhere in the world with just the shirt on your back, and you'd be able to get out of there. And you'd know how to survive and how to make a life for yourself. And I think I'm bringing that up because I wanted to challenge you that no matter where you're at with your family and with your life, if you're in the defensive mindset, you're going to lock down and you're not going to be ready for what's coming. If you're in the offensive, then you're looking at what's coming and you're saying, all right, I see the obstacles, but I am a solution, and I can be a solution, and God can change me and help me to be the solution that I need to be, not just for myself, but for everybody that's around me. And so you rise up in that. And as I've done that, many things have come to my life which are a solution for many other people. that as I unwrap that and as I build that and as I work towards what needs to be done there, I'm at peace that there are things there for people that I care about and others that I don't even know, but it might be right to help, that I'll be able to help. And so with your life, start to look at the changes now. I've been putting into my children for years, really, a lifetime, but for years of trying to put into them of how to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. I'm still there for them, but one day they're going to have to stand on their own. And as we walk that path together, it's a lot of life and a lot of freedom and a lot of joy, a lot of being confronted with things that are not normal and looking at that and saying, okay, what is normal? That's a challenge, something that we can walk into and it'll bring life and freedom and joy to us. Hey, thank you. Oh, thanks, all the best. And so that the purpose of the video here, I'm sorry, I'm just sitting down by the waterfront here in Townsville and I'm actually having a chai latte. So don't often have those, but it ain't too bad. So that's the challenge. Rise up in yourself and start to say, okay, I'm going to make changes. I'm going on the offensive in my life to make changes of the things that needs to change. Or you can sit down, you can think normal's going to be there. And friend, if you're doing that, you're going to get run over. Run over by life. Run over by the agenda of the Great Reset. And I like to say if there's anything good that's coming out of this, it's the opportunity for us to take responsibility for our lives, use it as an opportunity to make the changes we need to make in our lives so we can move forward. Personally, I don't think we're going to stop it. I think this is going towards, I don't believe it is, but it's going towards a mark of the beast. And because I believe that. And I believe that the Bible has laid out a lot of things that are happening. And when we look and objectively, you can see those things. But personally, let's get ready. Personally, let's be ready because we can win in ourselves. We can win in ourselves. And I have a saying to live in the cracks of life. And there's always, no matter what comes at you that seems so unbearable and insurmountable, there's always a crack in it. There's always a way. And I wish I could give you some of my COVID lockdown stories without incriminating myself. But I think when we walk in freedom, you'll walk what you know is right, no matter what's coming around your life. Walk in freedom. And if they try to lock you down, you rise up and you walk in what you're supposed to walk in because you are free. Freedom is not what you do. Freedom is who you are. And when you build that around your life, when you build a culture of that around your life, you will see freedom for yourself and for those that you love. So come on, shake off the things that have got you down. Shake off the oppression of thinking, man, I'm losing my way of life. I get contacted. I've had quite a few messages and people saying, what do I do with my money? And I kind of shake my head and I go, you just don't get it, do you? You don't get it. You're not going to be able to make normal life. They're all looking for the next investment. People have invested in these cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, and they're doing the work of the WEF Forum. Oh no, it's freedom. No, you're a fool if you think that that's freedom. You're trapped. You're so blinded to the system. You're in the system and you have no clue what the system is or what it's doing to you because all you are locked into is money. How am I going to survive? I tell you what, money follows gifts. The gifted don't follow money. I like to say, I just said to somebody today, they were talking to me about life and, gee, what do you do? And I said, you know what? I'm gifted with life. And I can tell you something, when an artist is gifted with something, they paint. Or they create, or they do. And if you're a painting artist and you're gifted with painting, then you paint, and that's an expression of life. But when you're gifted with life and the spiritual dimension and freedom of life, you'll paint with life. And when you paint with life, amazing things happen. No 2 days are the same. Now that takes a change in your mindset, but I tell you, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. So I believe God has gifted us with life. Paint with your life. You don't need money to paint with your life. Money follows gifts. The gifted don't follow money. So God bless you. Stand strong. Keep going. And let's get everybody ready. Get those kids ready and the people that you love. And hopefully they'll make the right decisions. And some of you watching this, make the right decision. The right people in the right places doing the right things. God bless.